Let me ask you a question. How many people are around you right now? 10? 20? 50? Now let me ask you another. If you were to call someone at 3 in the morning, how many would actually pick up? You're silent, aren't you? I was too. Because the answer hurts. Let's talk about Rahel. He had it all. A prestigious office in the heart of the city, a high-flying salary, and a phone bursting with contacts. Every weekend was a dinner party. He heard the words, "Brother, it's not a party without you," so often that he actually began to believe them. Rahel thought this was life. To him, a crowd meant love. A crowd meant security. He clung to that crowd. He spent his money at expensive restaurants, gave away his time, and traded his sleep for them. What he didn't realize was that the crowd didn't love him, they loved his light. Then, everything flipped. The market crashed. His promotion was blocked. And his personal life? It collapsed like a house of cards. Suddenly, the phone went silent. No notifications. No invitations. No one called him boss anymore. One night, at 3 a.m., Rahel sat alone. The flat was cold. The sound of a distant siren echoed outside. He was hungry, but he didn't have the energy to stand up and cook. He picked up his phone. His thumb hovered over his best friend's name. "I just want to talk. Just for a minute." But he couldn't press the button. He knew that friend was busy. Maybe he was somewhere else right now, telling stories of Rahel's failure. Maybe he was laughing. Have you ever felt that? That feeling of being utterly alone while standing in a crowd of 100? Rahel stood before the mirror that night. There were no tears, only a piercing question. Why? Why did I pour my soul into these people? Why did I think a crowd meant love? Right then, there was a knock at the door. Rahel was stunned. Who would come at this hour? He opened the door to find Sajib, an old school friend. No high-ranking job, no luxury car. They hadn't spoken in months. Sajib was someone Rahel had never truly prioritized. Sajib didn't give a long, comforting speech. He didn't cry. He didn't say, "Everything will be fine." He simply asked, "Have you eaten? Let's take a walk." That was it. 6 words. But those 6 words did something to Rahel's heart that years of parties and "You're the man, boss," never could. The next morning, Rahel woke up a different man. He picked up his phone and opened his contact list. There was no anger, no bitterness, no urge to scream, just a clean, cold detachment. He let go. For those who were there in the sun but vanished in the storm, he felt nothing. Not even hate. Just an empty space. And within that void, he found a strange, profound peace. He realized that one Sajib is worth more than 10 fake friends. He spoke less. He worked more. He began to introduce himself to the man he had neglected for years, himself. From that day on, Rahel carried himself differently. It wasn't arrogance, it was a royal gravity. Because once a man has walked through hell and survived, the ground no longer shakes beneath his feet. Listen to me. If you are alone right now, if the world feels empty, know this: nature is clearing your path. It is removing the debris. Do not cry for those who left. Be grateful. If they had stayed, they would have been dead weight on your future. A lion walks alone because he is king. Sheep huddle in a flock because they are headed for the slaughter. Your loneliness is not a curse. It is a selection. A divine filtering. Remember, the finest blades are forged in the hottest fires. Tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself, the people around me, do they love me? Or do they love the chair I sit on? If the answer stings, if your eyes well up, then know this. Your real life starts today. Stand up. For yourself. On your own terms. This time, the journey belongs only to you.